Luke here for SimBoxx. Of course, we're down at the People's Gym, and of course, I'm joined by the man himself, Kieran Farrell. How are you doing, Kieran?
All good, mate.
So, we can see there, flexing the muscles. Have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it's
a bit of weight?
really good. I went away with the wife and kids, and it was good, mate, yeah. Proper Christmas, mate.
Yeah, fantastic. So, obviously, if we was to do things in like a chronological order, we'll have a quick overview of last year and how you feel 2019 was for yourself and your stable.
So, 2019, we just did what we had to do, mate, you know what I mean? We were busy with the shows. I think there was about 7 or 8 pro shows in total, a couple of amateur shows, we were busy, met some nice people, done the business, you know what I mean? I've had some TV cards, my brother and Khalil, both on respective channels, and Cameron Lynch was on Channel 5. So yeah, everything's going in a good direction, and more of the same next year, mate, or this year, so I was going to say 2020.
Definitely, the first show of 2020, of course, with the M22 promotions card in association with Kieran Farrell Promotions. If we could just get a quick thought on that.
Well, like I say, that one only come about probably a week before. Well, Joe mentioned it to me. It won the purse bids, obviously, and like I say, I've seen a few comments, but I don't really want to go into the negative side, but I've seen a few comments about selling the show out and stuff like that, and I thought, mate, I expect better from some other people, you know what I mean, about promotions. We all know how hard it is. Joe put his heart and soul into the show. For the top of the bill, what he did, the Jeffers fight, what we got done, the things what we've done, yeah, are just unheard of. Like, there were no one to fight. Everyone was having Christmas off. There was no one to fight in Jeffers in the title fight. We had the vacant title. We sorted the deal out. We got in the vacant title, but we had no one to fight. And I said to the board, look, Ben Thomas, we've come down for a fight. We've not got a fight. We only come to win. You know what I mean? So we come down to London to win on the next gen show, and he didn't get the fight. The kid pulled out for whatever reason. Now, what's it called? I said put him forward for the title, so we did, and then he's carried on training. Jeffers got the win. Is what it is. Ben will come again. Maybe a big fight in February for him. Waiting to hear. Next 24 hours I'll know about. The stuff what we did for that show, the fight Ryan Ibbott versus Jerome Warburton, that was 3 days notice. Who could get a fight at 3 days notice and shift a few tickets for it? I don't know anyone, you know what I mean, but I sort of did it, you know what I mean, because I'm the goal. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, no, the show it was sick. Obviously the results didn't all go our way. I wanted Ben Thomas to win. Mark Jeffers got the decision, the TKO victory. Good fighter, real good fighter. I was under no illusion that he weren't capable of that, you know what I mean? But
I think an interesting thing to look at on that fight with Jeffers was the crowd that he brought for a small hall fight. To follow on from the Onjuma Sam Hyde, which we'll touch on in a second, but to follow on from that, and then you sort of thought like you didn't want the show to run with a damp squid, and then next minute
to be fair to Jeffers, sold 200 plus tickets, mate, you know what I mean? Like, you cannot argue with that. Not on a Sunday afternoon in January, everyone's skinned, you know what I mean? Everyone just had Christmas, everyone's recovering. Fair play to him for doing that, and we brought a good crowd there, a loud, vocal crowd, and the Samai fight, the Onjuma, wow, mate, what a fight, you know what I mean? That was a fight. So yeah, the Samai versus the Onjuma fight, that was a proper fight, that was small, classic.
Definitely. So, looking past that, we've recently seen that there's been an announcement of the March 14th card, rolling the dice too. Do you want to take us through as much as you can of that, as what you know so far?
Yeah, so we were looking at 2 title fights. We got 1 title fight, 1 eliminator, waiting for all announcing this week. But yeah, we've got there 2 50-50 fights, really good small fights. We're going to be really good fights again, you know what I mean? Proper 50-50, and then we've got a proper packed card, you know what I mean? We've got everyone on the card, like say after do a couple of lads put a post out already. We've got 3 from Drifting ABC, we've got 3 from Elite ABC or Elite Boxing in Bolton. So we've got Liam Gaynor, Jake Whitaker and Greg McGuinness from Bolton, and we've got Osh Williams, my guy, Jerome Warburton and Sean Yaxler. We've got them 3 on from Drifting ABC in Wales. So they're the first of many, you know what I mean? Conor Lynch has had some good news that his scans are all been okayed by the doctors, which was a bit of a concern of mine after the weekend. So yeah, buzzing, mate. We've got plenty of people on there. Look, I'm not finalised anything yet because I've got so many fighters, and I put on if any opportunities come up for better cards and stuff like that, then I'll give it to them, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't really want to put everything out there, put all my eggs in, but we've got a few good kids making a debut. Craig Summer, who's been sparring Crollo, he's going to make his debut on there, so that's going to be interesting to see how he gets on in his debut. Osh Williams, like I say, he's back out again. I've got him. Yeah, it's quite a few fighters, mate.
Yeah. So a name you mentioned there, unfortunately I missed him out when we was talking about the Hollywood Storm card. Of course, Osh Williams making his pro debut.
Yeah.
It
was a mad one because I had him penciled in with Dylan Draper for March the 14th. Then I rang him. Well, we needed that fight, so that was 3 weeks before that work as Conor Lynch fell through. That was because we needed a 5th fight. I think we only had 4. I forgot what. Not too sure what happened. I think it's because Marcus Morrison was meant to be defending a title, and then it weren't happening that because the WBC weren't sanctioning certain fighters and stuff like that. We looked far and wide, but who wants to fight Marcus Morrison at 3 weeks' notice? You know what I mean?
And then we got the trilogy with Daryl Sharp.
Well, to be honest, yeah, there was a lot of managers asking for silly money. I'm talking money what you're not going to get on the AJ undercard, and I know because I've had fighters on the AJ undercard before. So they're talking silly numbers, and I'm thinking, mate, it's embarrassing this. You know what I mean? Because it's not the fighter asking for this. Because if I said to the fighter, I'm going to get this much, they'd be like, buzzing with that in January. But as it was, because we've got sensible people and people who know boxing, myself, around the sport and around M22 and around Kieran Farrell Promotions, then I realised that, look, it makes sense. It's a tick-over fight for Marcus. Daryl said himself in the interview with Boxing Social, he can see how much he's improved. You know what I mean? That was clear to see. The first fight, the first fight was in Newcastle. That was like an irrelevant fight, that. But then the second fight in Oldham Leisure Centre on Black Flash Promotions, there was a point in it. There was like he won by 2 points. So I said to Daryl, look, if you won one of them rounds and you lost that round, it was a draw. So it would have been 77-77. Now this time we've gone into a 6-3s, so just as much nearly as 8, but it's gone into 6-3s, and Marcus improved massively. Daryl always comes and gives a fight, you know what I mean? And he loves a fight, you know what I mean? And he did, and it made it entertaining, so the crowd was all like buzzing with it because Daryl's unpredictable with what he does, you know what I mean? You don't know what Daryl's going to turn up, and I've seen it. I actually don't know what Daryl's going to turn up myself because I'm there in the corner, and sometimes like, bro, got a nice one here tonight, you know what I mean? You're going to smash this kid up, but then Daryl might not be up to it because he might have been partying on the weekend. Maybe, I don't know.
I'll tell you one thing that I did take from that fight with Marcus, while we're on that subject, is that every time Marcus seemed to land anything of substance, it seemed to like light a fire in Daryl, and that seems to be when it brings the best out of him.
I said to Daryl, they fought Jermaine Springer when I was in Tenerife at Christmas, and I said, bro, how did you get on with him? He looks massive. I said his spar, I was a Burton, that kid, he's a big guy, you know what I mean? And he's like a tank, he's like a cruiserweight kid, but big dude with like muscles all over. And Daryl went, nah, I didn't like. He said, I didn't really think he would I had a powerful punch, and I'm like thinking, mad this, you know what I mean? But then he said, I think with Daryl, it's like Diego Costa, for instance, he knocks Boris out, Boris Crichton in the VIP contender final, and Daryl was like, oh, you can't punch, Boris has got an hard punch than him, but then it might just be that Daryl's immune to big punches, mate, you know what I mean? And like you say, they sort of probably make him think, right, I've got to be on the ball tonight, you know what I mean? So maybe that's what it is, I don't know.
So, moving forward, looking, again into 2020, obviously a card that's just been announced, the Matchroom, Scott Quigg, John O'Carroll, for the Manchester Evening News. Is anything, is it the Manchester Evening News, Manchester Radio, whatever it's called these days? Would there be any involvement from Kieran Farrell Promotions
hopefully, there? Mate, hopefully, I'm waiting to hear back, you know what I mean? I'm waiting to hear back, but like I say, I'm always helping out with anything, you know what I mean? Because when the lads, they're all good lads down there, you know what I mean? So if I can be any help with things like that, and if I can get any lads on the card myself, I would buzz him, mate, you know what I mean? Because they're they're the nights what we live for, you know what I mean? The big MEN Arena, or from, when you're from Manchester, that's what you dream of when you're a kid. This in Ricky, I'm doing it all the time, and that's why I want it to be. Obviously, can't do it myself now, but if we can walk my brother out or walk another fighter out, happy days, mate, you know what I mean? I loved it, I love being around there and being around the matchroom events.
What do you make of the actual main event?
Top fight, mate. I don't even know what anyone was up with that. They were meant to be fighting on the Joshua Rund card, and it didn't happen. Now it's rescheduled. It's the top of the main event fight all day long. What an exciting fight, mate. Scott Quick, he's always been involved in good fights, yeah, since he was a kid. And John O'Carroll, who did he fight last? Tevin Farmer, was it? Was he fighting last or the fight?
Yeah, he's fought him recently. Yeah.
And they both like at that level, so it'd be it's a nice crossroad fight. I know Quick's coming up in weight. I think it's super featherweight, isn't it?
A bit super featherweight.
So and Carroll's always campaigned around about super feather lightweight. So yeah, it's like we say, it'd be good.
You know, it's always a cliche in boxing. You know, often used styles make fights, and I think with those two styles, they're just going to meet each other in the middle of the ring. And
but all it is that when we think about stuff like that, Luke, sometimes they let